Okay, this next lesson is going to be on dimensions. You're going to need to really pay attention close to this. The first couple sets of dimensions are easy. The second set of dimensions can be a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to pull our dimensions out 24 inches away to start off, and then we're going to pull them out 12 inches away from here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I get my fireplace in the right spot before I get going here. And this is supposed to be 3'1", so this needs to move over 7.5 inches. So I'm going to use the move command, and you won't need to do this because yours was already in the right spot with ortho on 7.5 inch. There's the 3'1". Okay, let's start our dimensions. I'm going to click on linear. I'm going to go to annotate, and we're going to click on linear. And I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go to the center of the window. I'm going to pull up 24 inches. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on the continue dimension, and I'm going to click here to the center of the window, then to the edge, and I'm going to continue out, and you see they all stayed in a line. I'm going to hit enter and I'm done. They all, using the continue dimension, came from there. I'm going to start and go, you always start off with your first dimension being a linear dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and do my linear dimension again, and I'm going to go from here to here and pull that out. This one's only going to be pulled out 12 inches. Go back to continue dimension, and this time I'm going to go to the center of this window, and then I'm going to go to the edge just like they have it on the plan, and then I'm going to go to the edge of the deck right there at 6 foot. Hit enter, and you can see that I'm still missing one dimension up here that should say 3'1". There's two ways you can do this. You can just do a linear dimension, or you can click on the continue dimension. So pay attention here. If I click on continue, I get the wrong dimension. And down here at the bottom, it says, do you want to select a different dimension? I'm going to hit select. I want you to start it from here. And then it will select from there and start counting and keeping it in that spot. We're going to do some more dimensions going across this way. So I'm going to go back to linear dimension, and I'm going to start on the edge. And I'm going to go to the center of the window, and I'm going to pull this out 12 inches because the deck is in the way a little bit. And then I'm going to do the continue dimension, and we're going to go down. I'm supposed to have another door here, or a window. I don't have that. I'll just put this in here even though that's not the right dimension. And I need to go to the center of this door. Shift right click, greatest command in AutoCAD, midpoint between 2 points. Midpoint between here, and then right back to the edge. And there you go. All right. These dimensions will not appear correct because I'm missing the kitchen window. Then we'll start up here at the top. Again, we always start with the linear dimension. And I'm going to go, this should go from here to here, a total of 16 feet. We're going to pull that out 24 inches. Okay. And then we're going to hit continue. And this time it's selecting right from the correct spot, and we go to continue there. All right, our next set of dimensions go back up here, and these are called baseline. So we're going to click underneath here for it says baseline, and right now it wants to add a dimension. Okay, I don't want to start there. I'm going to hit the enter key to select, and I want it to start counting from here. And I'm going to pull across till I get to the 30, and there it is, right there at 30 inches. And I have one more baseline dimension that I'm going to go all the way over here to the fireplace, and you see how it bumps it up and it starts adding. We need a baseline dimension over here in this area. So we're going to click on baseline again, and it says, where do you want to start from? Well, I don't want to start from there. I want to start from down here, and I select right on that edge, and that pulls it up, and then I pull this way, and you'll see I get my 22. All right, I'm missing some dimensions at the bottom for the deck, so I'm going to go on linear, and my first dimension starts at the edge, and it goes to the center. Again, we're way away from here, so I'm just going to pull this out 12 inches, go back to my continue dimension, not baseline, and we're going to go to center, and then back to the edge. We now have all of our dimensions in. Okay, we're going to start on the interior dimensions now, and you guys have done these before. We're just going to go ahead and do our first one with a linear dimension. It starts on the outside corner, and it goes here. We can put it at the middle of the wall. 6'6". All of you guys have this already. Next, we're going to go to continue dimension, and it goes to the inside of the wall, and then it goes back again to the inside of the wall. And then we have already worked on this before. You can click way down here, click up there, and it goes to the edge. 10'9". I'm missing 2 more dimensions coming up and coming down. Back to linear. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go and I'm going to click here, and we're going to move this dimension to the spot we need it to be. All right. And this is not the right dimension because I did not pay attention. It goes to the wall. It goes up 1. So I'm just going to move that extension line. We can go back to continue dimension, right back to the edge, and you can see here I have my interior dimensions, my exterior dimensions. They're just missing 2 more in the kitchen. So we're going to come across like this from here to here at 2 feet. Again, that's supposed to say 2 feet for the countertop, not the wall. Move my extension line back in. And then 1 more linear dimension that goes from here down to here. Pull it out. There are a couple leaders, okay? Leaders. The leaders go down here. This is called the multi-leader. So right down here, it tells you that this is a 4-inch handrail. I'm going to go ahead and just go shift right click, and I'm going to go to the midpoint of this line. Come, that didn't work. Midpoint. I didn't like that. Well, I'm just going to get this close right now because we're going to point. I'm going to pull out so many inches, just kind of getting it to look somewhat like the drawing that I have. And then I just type in my text, 4-inch handrail. This is not a part of the drawing, so we can just have it close. And then again, when I'm done with it, I can just move it to the spot a little bit closer if I'm not happy with it. It does not need to be touching. It just needs to be pointing at it. I'll move that out of the way. I have another multi-leader, so we're going to go back to annotate and a multi-leader that says 6 by 6 inch post. I'm just going to pull it out just a little bit. 6-inch by 6-inch post. Hit the close text editor, and there you go. There's another one for the half wall for the kitchen that you can put in, and when you do that, make sure you pull this out and you fit the leader inside of there. All right, then the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to insert your room tags, and there's a room tag that goes in here under the insert command. Click on insert, go down and look for room tag. There it is. You drop the room tag in here and a dialog box comes up, and right there it says bedroom, and then you type in carpet. Click OK. It automatically will put the text in there. You can repeat that. Go back to the room tag again. We've got one in the kitchen. Capitalize, please. You can go all caps if you would like as well, and type in hardwood. All right, there is dimensions and annotations. The only thing we have left to do is do the trim, and you are done with the floor plan.